Hey guys, what I have in front of you is Timex Falcon Eye in gold. Not a new watch in any way, but I have not seen any reviews for this variation, so here we go. Okay, let me quickly go over the specifications. Movement is a quartz movement. I can't seem to find any information on it. I'm guessing it's some sort of a third-party movement from Seiko or somewhere like that. And the dimensions are 38 millimeters in diameter. And the thickness is listed as 12 millimeters, which is correct, but if you add that little battery hatch in the back, it balloons up to about 13 millimeters. And the lug-to-lug is very compact, around 44 millimeters. And the price is listed at 199 USD, but you could get it for a lot cheaper because this particular model is on sale a lot of the times, and there is always that 50% off coupon that you get from Timex when you actually sign up for their email campaign. Okay, so let's move on to the bracelet. I fucking hate this bracelet. I believe Watch Chris, who is one of the big influencers that I follow, because he kind of talks to you like a normal human being rather than, trying to sound like some sort of a poet. He's a big fan of this bracelet, but I don't see how. It's just not for me. One, it's supposed to be a hair puller, but look at my wrist. So let's move on to the next topic. Second, trying on this bracelet is a bit of a hassle because it's kind of like a strap, so like you have to kind of do a little bit of a balancing act to put it on your wrist. And that's the case with not only this bracelet, but just any type of mesh bracelet in general, and I'm just not a big fan of it. And finally, this might not be an issue for people with bigger wrist because there's going to be a less of excess bracelet that is going to be left over to kind of maneuver around your wrist. But with my 6.5 inch wrist, there's quite a bit of leftover bracelet existing. And without any type of magnet or something like that at the end just to keep it in place, what it tends to happen is that as I wear this watch, eventually throughout the day, there's a misalignment that gets caused from the amount of excess bracelet that is left over when I size this watch. So, from an inside the wrist kind of view, it doesn't bother me that much, but what it tends to cause me a bit of an OCD is when I look at it from the side view, which is what majority of the people are going to be seeing when you're looking at them face to face. So that look makes me feel like I have maybe a zipper open in front of somebody else, and I cannot stand it. So most of the time I wear it on this black strap. The lug width is visually around 22 millimeters, but the actual lug width is 18 millimeters. And any Timex compatible watch strap that is around 18 millimeters is going to work, which is exactly what this one is. Okay, since I went on a tirade about the bracelet, let me quickly go over the case. This UFO style case makes the 38 millimeter watch appear, I say, much bigger on your wrist. Also, even though the lug to lug is compact at 44 millimeters, because the lug is so thick with the characteristics of a case that would be in an integrated bracelet watch, it just creates like too much of a presence on my 6.5 inch wrist, in my opinion. Additionally, the center portion of the case is brushed while the sides of the case are polished. However, thankfully, you won't notice that as much in the gold version, which is the one that I have on, because on the stainless steel version, you definitely see that contrast between the brush versus polish on the case. I'm just not a big fan of that, and thankfully with this gold variation, it's almost unnoticeable most of the time. Finally, Timex is utilizing acrylic crystals for this particular watch. I know people are sticklers about wanting a sapphire crystals, but after experiencing the Laurier watches, I really have no issues with acrylic crystals. In fact, sometimes I kind of prefer it if I want to really, really see the dial. Alright, my favorite part, which is the dial. It has a black dial and a horizontal wave pattern that is barely noticeable. It has baton hour markers that are kind of accentuated in gold, and all the call outs within the dials are applied and also accentuated in gold to kind of fit the aesthetics of the watch. There's also an application of lume at the edges of the hour markers. I would just say that there is no lume, because the lume has the strength of the old man from Squid Games on his deathbed during the finale. So just pretend like there is no lume. Also, there is a date and date functionality to stuff more stuff into this, freaking dial. At the 3 o'clock mark, I would say that the day and date functionality, especially the day functionality, it's just way too much for this dial. Maybe you could get away with just the date itself, but frankly, I just would have preferred that there would be just a clean dial. And I'll try to do a little bit of a Photoshop and put it somewhere within this video. But I think a more simplified dial would have served this watch a lot better. So in conclusion, I like the design conceptually. You give me a black and gold watch at an affordable price and I'm pretty much gonna buy it. But this particular watch might not be for me. One, the bracelet, I just fucking hate this goddamn bracelet. And then for the case, it just looks kind of too bulky. And then the dial just have too many functionalities kind of shoved in. So there is literally no part of this watch that I really love. And frankly, I think a lot of that blame kind of falls on me. I am not sure how I was looking at the pictures and looking at the bracelet, knowing that I hate mesh bracelet, looking at the dial and seeing all the functionalities just kind of all shoved in together. I don't see why I bought it. So I think there is a audience out for this watch somewhere. It's not me. So that's pretty much it. If you like the video, like and subscribe and all that stuff, and I'll see you folks later. Peace.